Good evening, and welcome to another report on the Athens Fellowship program. Today, Athens Fellows visited the Mayor's office at City Hall, the Ministry of Development, the American Hellenic Chamber of Commerce, and the Hellenic Bank Association. At City Hall, we met Deputy Mayor of International Affairs, Sophie Daslaki Mitilineo. She shared with us some of her experiences and responsibilities in the municipality of Athens. She also outlined some of the current major problems with the city, specifically immigration. Responding to questions from students, the Deputy Mayor addressed issues including city graffiti and the new smoking law.
Big city, it's becoming a metropolitan city now, having all the big problems of cities that are growing fast, that is difficult to have the infrastructures. I have to say that the Olympic Games have helped a lot. You've all watched, if not have been here, must have watched the 2004 Olympic Games here in Athens. I have to say that infrastructure's really worked well. We've got a metro, we've got a new airport, we've got athletic fields, and many other things, seen or not seen, which help the city work better. I have been elected 2 times with Dora Bakoyannis before and with Nikitas Kaklamanis this time. So I have been watching, it's my 6th year now watching.
Cleaning up the graffiti?
Yes, of course. There is the cleaning services of municipality, they do it all the time. You know, but when there is lots of immigrants as well, and some of them are in a great unrest, all that becomes worse. That's why I say one of the big problems in Athens is the uncontrolled immigration that cannot be handled after a certain point. People know in their minds, we know that, you have to quit. In our hearts, it's difficult to decide. So we have to take measures. I'm very much for Greeks enjoy smoking, but I don't think they will enjoy it without being in a social environment. You see? So I think it will work. Some people will quit. Passive smokers will be happier. Eventually it will work for good. Not everybody.
The next event on our very busy day was at the Ministry of Development, where we met the Secretary General of Industry, George Anastasopoulos. First, we were given a department brief by advisor to the Secretary, Mary Kana. The Secretary General then immediately opened the floor to questions. The rest of our meeting included discussion on environmental policy, job securities, difficulties of the bureaucracy, and other major issues.
Secretary General of Industry. I will make a short presentation of some actions implemented by the operational program 2007 to 2013.
Strategic planning will be implemented through sectoral, regional, and European territorial cooperation operational programs. One of the sectoral programs run by the Ministry of Development is the operational program Competitiveness and Entrepreneurship, called the PAN2.
Are working on a level of the average, to be sincere, okay? I had the opportunity the previous years also to participate in the United Nations accreditation body for Kyoto Protocol. I was traveling to Bonn. I had many discussions with other countries. I think we are in the average. We have many targets to succeed.
Slide about entrepreneurship among young people. In my school, I just graduated from Brown in May, and 2 years ago we started a program called Commerce, Organizations, and Entrepreneurship as a major. I was just wondering if there's any sort of pairing with universities so that students are aware of how they can start businesses.
Yeah, we have 2 projects on that, for that purpose. For new people who want to invest, and it is difficult to get financing. Because the banks in general, they say that in order to give you a loan, you have to have credit. But how are you going to have a credit if it's your first job, okay? So then the state says, here we are, we are going to back up our graduates, and we will give you to the banks the guarantee you need in order to support the young guys. So this is a very successful project.
After we're leaving lunch, we went to the American Hellenic Chamber of Commerce. The president of the chamber, Panos began our meeting by giving us a background on how the chamber works with the United States to form policies. He then addressed other topics related to commercial relations, such as corruption and promoting American innovation. Q&A with the president focused heavily on the advancements of green technology.
Organization that fosters the relations between the business relations between Greece and the United States of America. It's a bilateral chamber. It is the largest bilateral chamber in Greece, and we have a 75-year history with the United States Chamber of Commerce, and we are part of the network of the American chambers in Europe, all over the world, but primarily in Europe, because the focus is here in Europe. As a result, we are very often in Washington, D.C. for meetings with the leadership of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. We have common activities, especially in the region here, and we have very close cooperation in order to be constructive and fruitful to our members.
I was just curious, we were talking in some of our other meetings today about green initiatives and just becoming more environmental, and you said that you were promoting it in Thessaloniki, and I was wondering why Thessaloniki instead of Athens?
Right. Very good question, because it gives me the opportunity to touch on a very interesting issue. There are many reasons. I'll start from the simpler reasons. The simpler reason is that we owe it to Northern Greece. We have, in a way, taken down the flag, and we have to raise it again. I'm talking about the American flag.
Following a short break at our hotel, we were off to one last meeting. We spent our afternoon with Christos Gortsos, the Secretary General of the Hellenic Bank Association. After being given a brief introduction of the banking system in the Eurozone, some of the students engaged the Secretary General with questions to further clarify their understanding of how interest rates work in the countries that interact with the ECB. Our meeting also included a discussion on the financial crisis and how Greece has been affected by the U.S. recession.
And we are a small country. We have a very dynamic banking sector, and knock wood, we didn't have a lot of problems with the first wave of the financial crisis, in the sense that our banks had not invested in CDOs and all these nice products that triggered the crisis. And the credit policy in Greece would not allow any credit institution to provide loans according to the terms that they have been provided by some of the US institutions. So the crisis did not hit the banking sector here, at least at the beginning. The union still is lacking its political unification element, and this may take time. Maybe my grandchildren will see it, maybe not. Another question is what kind of Europe? Who belongs to Europe? This is another question that we have. Some people believe that Turkey should become a member of the European Union. I'm one of the proponents of this. But if I see it from a European perspective, if I were Dutch or German, I would not like Turkey to become a member. Because becoming a member of the not of the Eurozone, first of all of the European Union, means that a lot of unemployed people in Turkey try to find work in the Netherlands and in Germany.
That concludes tonight's report on the Athens Fellowship program. Tomorrow we will be waking up bright and early to start our last day of business in Athens. With a visit to the Acropolis, the new Acropolis Museum, the PASOK Political Party office, and other places, students grow more and more excited. Please check out all the new posts on the blog, and thanks for watching.